Hello, Professor, and welcome to our workshop number 2. We are LHRD 7025 Group B. Today, we are going to be discussing multicultural effective communication. Our group members are Alex, Caitlin, Bentrell, Tia, and Robert. So we're going to start with an agenda of what's going to be happening in the workshop today. We're going to start with an overview where we are going to talk about what sociocultural literacy is. Then we are going to introduce what multicultural effective communication is. After that, we're going to further discuss the sources, theories, and concepts, which is the theoretical foundation of what multicultural effective communication is. Proposed context, we are going to learn about where we can use multicultural effective communication. The workshop activity we're going to be discussing is the implicit bias test, where we will increase our self-awareness. Our evaluation plan is how we'll measure the workshop's impact using quizzes, surveys, and real-world application. And in conclusion, we are going to talk about the importance of multicultural effective communication in adult education, and then we discuss the references that we use within our presentation.
So the overview, the multicultural effective communication is really just the ability to exchange information clearly and respectfully across all diverse cultural backgrounds, acknowledging and adapting differences in the language, values, nonverbal cues, and communication styles. So all of this would involve cultural awareness, active listening, empathy, the willingness to learn from others' perspectives. That will lead us to Talk the Talk 101. So connecting across cultures and confidence with confidence and kindness. That is the workshop that we will be delivering. The introduction to this workshop, welcome to Talk the Talk 101. So in today's global and wonderfully diverse world, learning to connect across cultures isn't just helpful, it's really essential. Whether you're solving a problem, working as a team, or being able to fully understand and respect different communication styles really helps us build bridges instead of walls. So let's dive into what that looks like.
Sources, theories, and concepts. The importance of multicultural effective communication. Multicultural communication bridges cultural gaps in adult education, which allows adults to effectively communicate across throughout different cultures. It enhances inclusivity, mutual respect, and engagement amongst diverse groups, reduces misunderstandings, and improve group dynamics. It also builds skills necessary for global professional environments, creating a comfortable work environment no matter of the background or the culture in which the person is from, and it support lifelong learning in diverse learning settings. Workshop implementation. Workshop designed to development multicultural of communication. Interactive sessions using real-world communication scenarios, focus on tone, structure, cultural expectations in emails, guided peer feedback and role-playing activities, application of politeness, theory, and accommodation theory, wrap-up reflections on cross-cultural misunderstandings.
Multicultural communication is applicable in our daily lives. Respecting cultures is essential to many areas of our lives and can play a large role in the types of interactions that we may encounter. Academic settings are full of people from diverse backgrounds, from educators to students. It is important to have effective communication that is sensitive to the diverse backgrounds that you are working with. And this can also help foster a respectful and inclusive work environment. Multicultural communication is also very important in our professional lives. Just like in academic settings, organizations are full of different backgrounds. And with the world becoming more globalized, there is a high chance that there will always be situations where we have to communicate with people from different backgrounds. Being respectful can also help to create respect among colleagues. And in social settings and traveling, being aware of the environment that you are in is important, especially when you are in a place that you haven't been before. Being respectful of different customs and cultures can help a person avoid any unintentional offenses.
So for this activity, we are going to discuss the implicit association test. The goal of this activity is to understand what your unconscious bias is, understand how unconscious bias can influence your surroundings, and this will promote self-reflection. So here's a little explanation about what it is. So what is the IAT? The IAT measures your strength of associations between concepts, for example, Black people, gay people, and evaluations, good or bad, or stereotypes, athletic, clumsy. The main idea is that making a response is easier when closely related items share the same key response. So, how does the IAT work? When you're doing an IAT, you are asked to quickly sort words into categories that are on the left and right hand side of the computer screen by pressing the E key if the word belongs to the category on the left side, and the I key if the word belongs to the category on the right. And the IAT has 5 main parts to it. So, another little explanation, we are going to use the computer that's provided to you today to take the test using the link that's provided as well. And the goal is to also take the test as swiftly as you can. So the instructions and the 5 parts of this activity are: step 1, you're going to sort words relating to the concepts into categories. The second step is you're going to sort words relating to its evaluation. Step 3, the categories are then combined together and you are asked to sort both the concept and evaluation words. Step 4, the placement of the concept switches. And then part 5, the categories are then combined in a way that is opposite to what they were before.
Awesome. So if you're anything like me, you always have to know the why. So what is the purpose of the evaluation? So the evaluation actually reveals whether learners gain awareness, reflection, and communication skills across cultures aligned with the Kirkpatrick's training evaluation framework. So we focus on the 3 key areas. So recognize that does the influence of implicit bias on communication? How do they apply the strategies to be more inclusive, culturally aware in communication? And do they feel confident communicating in diverse multicultural settings? So the framework is taken from Kirkpatrick's model as well, focusing on the reaction, learning, and behavior indicators of the training impact. So what are we measuring? So learner engagement and perceived relevance of the workshop, learning activity, level 2 learning, awareness of implicit bias and the communication strategies, and level 3 behavior, the ability to actually apply the inclusive communication in realistic tasks. So the method that we are using to collect this data is the pre-training quiz. So a short multiple choice form to check the baseline awareness of cultural communication and bias. This is obviously before the workshop takes place. Post-training reflection quiz. So it's a similar format to assess new insights in a learning shift. And then a confidence survey. So the Likert scale 1 to 5, measuring confidence in the cross-cultural communication after. So application activity. So learners will complete a role play or write a scenario response demonstrating the inclusive communication. And then we'll evaluate them on a rubric that we create, including respect, cultural awareness, and adaptability. So the criteria we will use will be 80% of learners showing growth and awareness from pre to post quiz, 90% of report increased confidence and communication across cultures, and at least 75% demonstrate inclusive communication practice in role play or reflection. So these actually align with the training outcomes, which is being able to recognize implicit bias and its impact on communication, being able to apply inclusive practices in multicultural contexts, and communicating with cultural sensitivity and awareness.
All right. In conclusions, we're going to discuss the relevance of multicultural communication in adult learning. Key to inclusive is going to be respectful learning environments. We want to make sure we're respecting all learning environments and accommodating the different backgrounds and cultures. We also want to enhance learner engagement and academic success. It also prepares adults for global, diverse workplaces, being able to be flexible and work in different environments with different people from different backgrounds. We want to support equity, empathy, and lifelong learning must be purposefully taught and modeled. These are the references in which we utilize information from to gather our presentation today. Thank you.